Hi, I'm Scott from Solace Financial, and this is a video update for my clients, friends and family. None of the information in this video is personal advice, and please give me a call before doing anything. Well, the market's up 2% in the last 2 weeks, and this is on the back of our federal budget on Tuesday night, and also the potential of a stimulus in the US being passed, and also our Reserve Bank coming out and saying that maybe rates will go down before they go up. I wanted to talk this week about just our budget that came out on Tuesday night, which had a record amount of government spending and some increased tax reductions from the past, and this is producing one of the biggest budget deficits that we've had since World War II. A lot of the economists and commentators out there are all talking about that this is not a big problem, and really it's not at the moment. And that's because while our debt amount is near record highs, our interest rates that the government needs to pay back for the debt are close to record lows. So in fact, our interest repayment is lower than it was in the mid-90s as a percentage of GDP. And this makes sense. If you've got a home loan that's $200,000 and the interest rate in the 90s was 10%, and now your home loan's $400,000 but the interest rate is 3% and you're earning a lot more, it's a lot easier to repay and you're a lot better off. The other parts that it's important to run a big budget deficit at the moment is obviously coronavirus and the high unemployment rate. The government's trying to get the unemployment rate down from 8% down to 5.5% in 2024. And if they don't run this budget deficit, they won't be able to reduce unemployment, which will also cause budgetary problems in the future by less tax revenue from people having a job and increased social security payments like unemployment benefits, etc. The governments around the world are all facing the same issues at the moment, and the difficult part is getting this fiscal stimulus right. If you have too much government spending and reduce taxes and increase spending too much, then what we're going to find is a period of probably higher inflation as more people have more money to buy more goods and services. And one of the ways to tackle that is higher interest rates. If we've got a high amount of debt and interest rates start going up, that's going to cause a lot of problems on our government expenses and expenses around the world. But also, if they don't do enough government stimulus, then we're going to have increased unemployment, and which is also going to be a problem in the future for our budget deficits. So it's really important to get it right. I still believe we're in the lucky country in Australia. Our debt is relatively very low compared to the rest of the world, and the interest cost and tax revenue that we're getting is relatively good, again, compared to the rest of the world. As you'll see in this chart, the US and Japan have some of the biggest debts in the world, and the more yellow the color in this chart, the higher the interest cost that they need to pay back as a percentage of taxation revenue. So you'll see here that Australia is quite small and the color is quite dark, which means that we've got a fairly good interest coverage compared to our debt level. I've got my financial planning exam with FASEA tomorrow, so wish me luck. It should be fine. But if you've got any questions or want to hear about anything else, please send me an email or give me a call. Thanks very much.